and welcome back to my channel. I'm about to do a video for you guys that may or may not save your life. A couple months ago, I went to Lost Lands Music Festival in Ohio, and it was the first festival I've ever camped at. It was a really intimidating experience for me because I've never camped before and I didn't know what to bring. And as far as camping, I was completely clueless. So since I literally did not know what to bring or where to start, I turned to YouTube and blog posts about what should I bring to a music festival if I'm going to be camping at it. And I figured now that I know what exactly I need to have and things that really helped me while I was at the music festival, I am now kind of sharing the favor with those who might need help in the future. So I'm going to start off by saying I thought camping was going to be the scariest thing in the world, and although there were some times where I wish I was not camping, it was so much fun and we were right there next to the festival, so it made it really easy for us to just kind of hop back and forth from the music festival back to the camping site. And we just met like a bunch of people that were at the campsite around us, and we made really good friends with two people who were stationed right next to us, and we still talk to them. So camping is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna first start off by saying that you are going to need to basically pack your whole car if you're planning on camping. You are there from like 2 to 3 days at a time, maybe even a week, depending on what music festival you're going to. Now, the one we went to was a 3-day music festival, and 3 days is a long time when you're camping. And here are some things that I thought were really important to have. So number one would definitely be toilet paper and paper towels. Toilet paper and paper towels, as much as you can have, because you're always going to need to maybe clean something off, maybe even clean yourself off. I know if you're gonna use toilet paper, you're definitely cleaning yourself off. You're gonna be using porta potties, unfortunately, for the next couple of days that you were there. And sometimes there is no toilet paper, so you better have your own. And sometimes it's gross and it's on the floor, so it's just better to be like more sanitary and have your own toilet paper. Or if the porta potties are just too gross, pop a squat in the woods, take your toilet paper. It is so important to have paper towels as well, because you never know when you're gonna have a leak or something's gonna fall over, or I mean, it's just so great to have these products. If you're gonna have your paper towel and your toilet paper, this is a go-to. Baby wipes is a must, guys, a must. This saved my life because the showers are so far away and they cost money if you want to take a real shower. And if you don't want to pay for it and you don't want to walk a couple of miles to get to the shower and you're too tired at night, this will save your life. Literally, all you do is take 3 or 4 and just wash your body off with it, and it will make you feel a million times better, because everyone knows if you go to a music festival, at the end of the day, you are covered in sweat. And if you dance as much as I do, then you know how bad it gets. And you don't want to go to sleep stinky, because that is the worst possible thing ever. And then getting to showers, because this was awesome, and I didn't know about this until my boyfriend mentioned it. They actually have portable showers that you can buy on Amazon for fairly cheap. I mean, there's some really expensive ones, but here is one. It's called the Green Elephant, and we got it on Amazon. And basically you fill this whole entire thing up with water, and then it has like a little tube that goes at the bottom, and you literally lift it up and you pour it on someone's head. And this side is black, so during the day when it's sunny out, it like retains all of that heat, so you're not showering in super cold water. Unfortunately, at night the sun will go down and this is not going to be hot. It's going to be cold water, and it's going to be freezing cold, but being clean is better than not being clean. So you are going to brace that cold and get it over with, because you want to go to sleep clean, trust me. Now, don't forget things like sunscreen, deodorant, your normal day-to-day things, because you are going to need those too, along with your makeup or whatever you use every single day. Now, another thing I really found interesting to have, which I've never done before, and I really probably should have because I have the worst hearing, and it's because I've been going to music festivals since I was like in high school, and just sitting on the front stage with the bass blasting in my ears. I mean, I'm probably partially deaf at this point. Like, I really need to focus to listen to people. So that's why I am forcing you. I am forcing you. Trust me, because you will thank me later on to buy, and it's really not a huge investment, some earplugs. So I bought earplugs for the first time in my music festival history, and at first I was like, oh, they're gonna be annoying, they're gonna fall out, but no. It made my experience so much better knowing that I was protecting my ears and that I could still hear everything perfectly fine, but I was protecting my ears, and knowing that was amazing. And the best part of it, and you guys that go to festivals will understand what I'm saying when I say this. When you go to a festival and you are not wearing earplugs, that whole entire night you hear this everlasting piercing in your ear. It's like a ringing, and it gets so annoying. And since I wore these earplugs, I did not have that, and I could sleep without this piercing noise in my ears. So these are the ETY plugs that I bought on Amazon, and these were fairly cheap too, and I highly recommend you protect your ears when you go to music festivals because it's so important, and I wish I would have done this earlier on. One of the things that I found really useful, and I'm so glad we got it, is these lamps. So basically, like, look at that, amazing LED lamps. And we bought like 5 or 6 of these, and we hung them up on the top of our tent. So at night, when we really couldn't see anything, we opened up 6 of these. Now all of a sudden, the whole tent is lit up and you can see everything you need to see at night. So I highly suggest you get a bunch of these little lamps and maybe a flashlight or 2, because when it gets dark at night, you can't see anything. So the things I'm talking about are things that I really think are really important to have on top of those obvious things like your tent and your cooler and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be camping, you obviously need a tent, you need a cooler, you probably want to bring some portable chargers and all that. So the next thing is, I think it's important to bring like a first aid kit. First aid kit can always come in handy. I mean, you never know when something could happen. Maybe you dance too much and your feet hurt and you need a couple of band-aids. That's what this is for. You get cut, you get hurt, whatever. First aid kit with maybe some ibuprofen, Advil, and maybe some airborne or emergency, because you're gonna be there 3 days raging all day long, so you never know. This is important. So another thing that I found would be a really good idea to bring to a camping festival is some kind of hammock. So this is an inu, and you can hang this up along trees and just kind of chill out. A lot of people brought these inside of the music festival and kind of like hung out by the trees while the sets were playing, and I thought it was really awesome. And you can set it up near your campsite and just like hang out while you're having some downtime. So this is also a really good investment, and these are kind of expensive, but you can find cheaper ones online, I'm sure. This is another thing I would like to say. So when we were at Lost Lands Music Festival, it was September, and it was like 85, 90 degrees outside with absolutely no wind. It was so hot that we had to sit in the car for like 2 hours just with the wind blasting on us and just constantly drinking water to like not die. So one of the things that I'm so glad we brought, even though it didn't really do much because it's so small, is a portable fan, and this saved my life because it was so hot outside. I would just turn this on and like literally sit like this with the fan on my face so I wouldn't pass out from how hot it was. So I guess it depends what festival you're going to and when. If you're going to a festival that is in the middle of the summer or anytime when it's hot, bring a portable fan. You will thank me later. Another important thing that I think you should have is obviously garbage bags, because you are going to be throwing away a lot of stuff, depending on whether it is your beers or your water bottles or your napkins or whatever you may need to throw away. You need to have garbage bags, because that is going to be your saving grace, so you don't have trash all over your campsite by the end of the night and you're just a complete mess. So that's really important, and maybe some extra bags, whatever you need. So another thing that I think is a really good thing to have when you are going to a festival is a Camelback, because you want to stay hydrated. Like I said, it was super hot, and staying hydrated is the key to surviving a music festival. You're dancing all day, you're sweating, and you may not realize this, but if you get too dehydrated, you can pass out, and some people even die, as morbid as that is. But you need to protect yourself by drinking as much water as possible. Some music festivals have refillable water and some don't, but if they do, then this is the perfect thing, because you don't have to spend money on water bottles, and you just keep refilling this all day long, and you're staying hydrated at the same time, so it's perfect. And this one we bought at the music festival, and this one is by Elevated Life, but you can get a Camelback, and there's so many different brands that you can get that have this same contraption, and I think it's just so crucial to have. Also, you don't want to be carrying around water bottles the whole time. It's so annoying, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna set it down right here, and the next thing you know, it's gone. So another thing you guys are going to want to have, obviously, is pillows, blankets, and things that you can sleep on. So obviously I'm not going to be able to show you right now, but we brought an inflatable air mattress, and unfortunately it wasn't the best thing in the world. At least we had somewhere to sleep, but I wish that we would have brought some cots to sleep on rather than an inflatable air mattress, because literally every night our air mattress would just like deflate, and we would be like stuck in the middle like this, just like it was such a terrible experience. Like, I would not bring an inflatable air mattress. On top of that, like, we got to the festival and we brought one of those adapters to fill it up from our car, and it wasn't the right one, and so we had to literally like walk around the whole campsite to find someone with the right one so we could fill up our air mattress. And luckily we found one, but we had to keep finding them every night since it just kept deflating. So if I were you, I would just bring like sleeping bags or cots where they're not going to deflate and you're not going to be uncomfortable. But either way, you want somewhere to sleep. So if you have a good air mattress that doesn't deflate, then go ahead. But also, like I said, if you have an air mattress or wherever you need to sleep, bring blankets, because sometimes it can be cold at night when the sun goes down. For us, it wasn't the case. We were actually very hot at night, so we didn't need as much blankets, but we still had some, and some pillows, and you know, your basic sleeping necessities. And then if you're going to be taking showers like I was talking about before, then bring your shampoo and your conditioner and some body wash, and then bring a couple of towels so you can dry yourself off, and you can bring it to the showers if you end up paying for them. I ended up paying for one shower while I was there because I needed it, and honestly I'm so glad I did, because I felt like a whole new person coming out of that shower. And yeah, those are some of the things that I think are really important to have at a music festival. I'm sure there is so much more, but these are things that saved my life while I was camping. And I hope that this will help you when you guys go camping. Camping is such a fun experience, and it's something I will never forget. There's so many memories to be made and so many people that you can meet at a music festival by camping out. And I mean, it's just so much fun, and if you get the chance to do it, definitely do it. If you're watching this video, you're probably planning on doing it, so just make sure you bring those things and you will be a-okay. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and hope you have a good time at whatever festival you're going to. Thanks for watching.